for me, Nidia, and no be or why. Counseling in itself is a ministry, is a course. I will buy a Christopher dear. It is so be so a prophet, or be so a teacher, or be so. Counseling itself is a ministry. Now, me, I call. I have this counseling thing as I make call Bible school, and I'm a reverend minister by the grace of God, ordained and gazetted, licensed.
Well, software.
Me your software.
Akrata semina, any 2 minutes awachi. So was software.
I me a software.
I saw one go so account.
Yasra me go sra ne de busu kra. Nti no me de ne de e counseling. Me ye futufo. Me ye odifo ana me ye me futufo. Eno ne me fra Nyankopon afrem eni ne adwuma me.
Tene say wo de ne so behwe ma amanfo awade aso. Ayeye. Nyese ni nyina. Wankasa waware. Wo de ekose. Aha. Wo de ekose.
Ma worry some ne dem say Nyankopon de me fa mu na or de akire ma de yes sometimes no experience is most of the time the best teacher. And eba aware semwa and yes eba counseling na sebe enye ni awaware nko a na betumi aye marriage counselor because your friend enim de
okay
enim de enna enye ni anaware ekoyie pe because obi so ho aware ni koyie nko a ni ane de ankoyie na futu obe na ade be ma no they say you haven't even experienced it
because me who aware ne say an institution of his own that demands certain level of understanding.
Yes.
Because unya driver niya, untimi nchire obi sinesi twika.
Ya bi untimi
nchire. Unya carpenter niya, untimi nchire obi amane ba ya carpenter ni.
Ubetumi achire obi mo abaye ka ba ubetumi achire mo abaye carpenter ni papas ne wo carpenter ni a wo chire na.
Ba unya carpenter ni dia untimi nchire carpenter ni ma.
Carpenter ni a untimi nchire. But you see, marriage is not a profession.
Great.
It is not a profession.
Okay.
And or a driver is a profession. A carpenter is a profession.
Correct.
And they demand some skills, some professional skill to be able to stay in the institution. But you do not demand a professional skill to become to be a good married material.
Person.
Aha. Adum. One who said, Nyankopon hihia aware and there are some mechanisms to be or they told why. As the years go by and they be why you overlook into some marriages are not going well. A lot of marriages in the first place. The marriage before our mobile starts good at that. And sometimes we are even in the marriage with the perception that what God has put together, let no man put asunder. God hasn't put anything together.
To begin with,
you can put asunder. It is part of marriage. You can put asunder because there are a lot of marriages. The altar and the foundation. And which part is God playing anyway? On play party biaum. So then, why should you quote when the marriage is in turmoil? Like you say, what God has put together, let no man. God is not in there.
But worry no afa turmoil mu.
Papa.
Bombing come on. Me bombing come on.
I've been out of the marriage for 15 years now. But
what you are 15 years
but abuse I left the marriage because of abuse, because of spousal abuse. It started off as a very beautiful marriage, but a bedroom pen so be abuse initially, yes, as Christians, when things start to happen like this, prayer is the first point of call. And but it got to a point I felt stress in our worry and there is abuse.
Abuse in marriage, my understanding say comes in different forms. Sexual abuse,
yes.
Physical abuse.
Yes.
Yours was in what form?
Assault.
That's
yes.
physical abuse.
Attack, physical abuse. I had a slap back up here, mason off.
You two assume.
Mason
Was it the first time now when you slap no nah?
Growing up, my father never used to beat us. So being beaten was a new thing in my whole life.
But just a particular slap. Was it the first time?
That wasn't the first.
That wasn't the first.
I think it was the second and now the third. And because my jaw no, I think I was talking and the slap came. So baby, I'm not man on a beard doing a carry.
No, nya jaw lock.
Jaw lock into the call police hospital. And tia hona or mutumi ye. But after that, and the man, I'm a son, I am a wine visa. But as the years go by now, I realize that I'm losing
hearing.
My hearing on that particular ear. And now to say Sutrono a professional one.
Kai. Oh, so Jeniana.
Police
ni. And a professional one.
And he say, yeah.
What was your mistake? Until I would deserve that kind of a slap or these slaps now waja. I think was about the third one that one brought you to nearly hearing impairment.
Nobody deserves a slap in the first place, even if you've made a mistake. A mistake does not warrant a slap, especially in marriage. So even if there was a mistake on my part, there's nothing in the institution of marriage that stipulates no. So it has got nothing to do with my mistake. But you see, it has got to do with nipano nisu and in the mentality or the bawarienu. You get it? It's not everybody who is an abuser. But when the ultimate or your abuser, he's a tyrant by profession and a police by default. Maka?
Do you know how I'm feeling? What I'm feeling now?
Yeah.
Says somebody who has a call to become a counselor. Software and cabin pulpit and him preaching and me adeno. Who then your software? Who the beji a man for worry? Now one kasa worry in kitao. How are you feeling?
You see, this abuse in marriage does not mean that you don't have a hold on your marriage. You have a hold on your marriage, but you are married to the wrong person. You see, being married to a wrong person is a total different ball game because you see sometimes abuse on the recently I've seen on social media people telling people, look, when they're abusing you, walk out, get out, jump out, hop out, run out. It doesn't stop there. I'm still being abused even after I've left the marriage.
How?
Because there is no support mechanism after you leave the abuser. A tyrant will always remain a tyrant. And remember that when you are in the marriage, near or time one now say bibisa or abuse who feel might to be worse. Because sometimes they have a mentality that if I can't have you, then nobody can have you. That is their first mentality. And then they sit on your happiness. It's like you are not supposed to even do well after the marriage. But you see, I went to Bible school after the marriage.
Okay.
Because I saw that, sitting back, what went wrong? Let me acquire knowledge to have an understanding of what is wrong with this man, because there are other women who may be going through this.
And just say, oh, worry, and send our course of the school.
Me jaya warrior and some course of yes,
but answer be job econo. Now you were being abused. Yeah, abuse you.
See, super seriously.
And I saw experience no and I'm here. Why didn't say Obeko as of the school na?
I was counseling. Counseling was something that I started doing when I was very young. It's something, it's a gift. Okay. Even in school, people will always come to me. Maybe that kind of thing. People had confidence in me. Okay. And I had a media school. So I had a lot of youth around me who were looking up to me as their mentor. But here's the situation now. Even the students that I'm mentoring, Papa never to me about school in front of the students. Yes. And they stand there and they look and they are like, what is happening here? This is a woman that we look up to. This is somebody who is mentoring us to be somebody great in future because she has achieved something. She's an achiever. But here is a situation. This is what she's going through. But you see, glory be to God, said, my mentees, and they did not lose confidence in me because they saw that beyond the abuse, there's this strong woman. This woman that we can rely on. This woman who has a story to tell us to use as our stepping stone in life. So that did not affect their trust in me. But I know psychologically, they will be thinking, it will leave them thinking that, hey, what is happening here? And you see, it affected me. But behind the woman who was being abused, it wasn't that I didn't have hold of my marriage. I was with an abuser, sleeping with the enemy. The fact that you are with the enemy does not make you an evil person. It is the enemy who is turning you into evil. Your capabilities, sometimes they see beyond you, the person, that maybe you have something that needs to be suppressed. Otherwise, you will go higher. And the oppressor will continue to oppress you. And you see, they operate better when they are married to you because they are very close to you. They have an understanding of what you want to achieve. They have an understanding of who you want to be. So it is very easy for them to bring you down. You see, it has got nothing to do with marital. You couldn't hold your marriage well. There are things in marriage that you are not doing well. No.
How long did you get married to him?
We were married for 6 years.
Did you ever report him to the police?
He is a policeman.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, me kai some time ago, me just to throw back when me join call airport police station. I was madam, watch your summer you.
Police ni kwachi police. Boni be na waya wa bon yire.
Around 11 p.m. Me call airport and come say ya bom asuma ya bom me cry and say okay then was normally they listen to a brief before they even write then now so obi kro wa bom asuma me ni so nyina bi me homete obi na say owan na me kire barak I say that's where they actually someone. And I had to go home.
But that's not funny. Honestly, that is not funny at all.
But
yes.
When I was walking back home, I was asking myself, so where do I go? Who do I tell my story to?
Yeah.
Who will believe me? Who accept it? And who is there to even help me?
Yeah.
Why do you seek for help? It is not easy when you are in an abuse situation. There is no help in the system. You cannot find help, I'm telling you. So all these women who are going through the abuse in their marriages and people are telling them to walk out, where do they walk to? Some of them, their whole life is built around the man. Who do they go to? Some of them, they are in marriages.
But that is the same man who is abusing you. Why wouldn't you leave him?
And go where? Go where? Because one, there are children involved. Me worry within 2 years, no matter 3.
Hey, sister.
Enter 4.
Okay.
And there were babies involved. Where do you go? And especially when you are even in sometimes we marry only on the altar of love. There's no family support. And you see, the family also come in as a support mechanism. And so when who do you go to? But you need a support mechanism in a marriage. Because when the support mechanism is not there, me when I was going into the marriage, my father was in support, my mom was not in support.
Okay.
My father died very early. That gave me an opportunity to run away from the marriage. But after that, there is no support mechanism because my mom was not interested. So how do I even go? Say a kind. So because of say a kind, sometimes won't quote. The church, what are they going to tell you? Stay. The society, the legal system is not supporting enough. You take a situation there and then they will adjourn it the next 3 years. A young woman in marriage who is being abused, where is the financial support? Where is he going to get money to battle it legally? So the system, there's no help in the system. So sometimes the woman will stay and die. A lot of women are in marriages they will want to leave. But there is no, I was blessed to have a school. I had something going. So me fa me bag me office na wo school ho no e ho na me kwatena ye din students ni nyina pon an me dundun kan na me hye ho ade chi ameba sorry apɛ ba bi adware won be ba madam won be school ntem wo munnim ne ekoso me ko ba bi ha na me tie. You get it? It you it is being in an abused marriage. And after I left the marriage, I took they are my children. I love them. And you are tell you who say, me dem kwala brain why you comfortable dodo. No be here me wagadre no be fefa ankwala no. 12 years now, I cannot go to my children. My children cannot come to me.
For 12 years
For 12 years now, my children this man has vowed heaven and earth that I will never see my children. So there's this situation that if I cannot have you, nobody can have you. You cannot even make a life. So who said me to program? He will call you and say,
I understand the reason why I also still and you are being abused, even though you are outside the marriage for 15 years. You are still being abused because access to your children has even been zero.
And who do I go to?
That's also another level
because
of abuse.
Because me call court or shape police uniform call you Caribbean na woman me docket near the sea. You be free case na docket na yira. No, my son prepare sermons. I gave up. As a young woman, there's a whole lot of life ahead of me. Will I spend the rest of my life in court? That is not even giving me answers and solutions.
Yeah.
So I have to let it be and wallow in my pain. Who is there? Who is helping
What
you?
is wrong with the system? What is wrong with the system? Is it our culture? Is it our education? Is it our laws? The laws enforcers? Where can we find
help?
Not help, the cause. What is the knowing cause probably can help us
Yeah.
find a solution. Where is the problem?
That-
As a OB is being abused, whether a man or a woman
There's no help.
cannot.
I
What is the
haven't found help for 12 years now.
Still looking for help?
Still looking for help. I haven't found help. And look at me sitting here. If I cannot find help, then imagine the other woman who is a bit deprived. Where is she going to find help? If I cannot find help, I with this loud mouth and out there everywhere, in the media space, everywhere, in the ministry, and the church is can't find help for me. In the media space, there is no help. In the legal system, I've been there. There is no help. There is no help. I'm telling you, women are dying. There are some women who are there is no hope for them. There is no help. There is no help anywhere. I'm still begging authorities if they can help me get back my children. Because you see, my children are suffering. I don't want to talk about what is going on between me and my children because I want to.
How do you know they are suffering? Because you are not with them. You don't even have access to them.
Papa, the man has told them, say, so the children live in perpetual fear. They cannot talk to me even if they have. And if the man periodically inspects their phone, if they find my number, it will be easy phone.
Because your number
is 20. The younger twins are 19. I think it was just a year ago, normal phones because of me, so they cannot have access to phone.
But 19 and 20, they are old enough.
The fear, the children live in.
Wow.
Your own father is telling you, if you go to your mother, I'll kill you.
I understand.
The children, they are afraid to talk. They can't talk.
And they've been with him for more than 15 years?
About 12 years.
About 12 years now.
Yes.
I see.
So you see, and the abuse, if somebody doesn't come in to stop it now, because I have an inside source who was telling me that the man is saying that when my firstborn gives birth to children, he's going to take the children from the children. That means, you see, this man even has an agenda to even brutalize my grandchildren.
Yeah.
So there is not going to be an end to my brutalities until an institution comes in.
Yeah.
It is terrible. And you see, I'm depressed. My children are depressed.
Angel 102.9 FM. If I'm a Kwamina, some Barney, many about Mabel and Etche and Como. I'm out for reactions about Facebook. Baby, I wish I can read one or two. Ekuyaba Afafranto Hima. Women in abusive marriage like it all. I nearly lost my life trying to help my old friend in fighting an abusive relationship. With Elizabeth Ferguson. Madam Mabel, you are really a strong woman. I agree with you totally that there is no help anywhere. The Lord is always your strength and will fight for you. Obinso say, Ogboro Nankasa Kenneth. Tiwe, I say, I disagree with the woman. How do you get abused after jumping out of an abusive marriage? Maybe you are too lenient to have been condoning such nonsense. What if you got killed eventually through the rampant beating? You are teaching people to gamble with their lives. It's neither here nor there. You have a reaction?
No, there is no understanding. Mm-hmm. I have left. I did not stay in that marriage after the abuse.
Okay.
I stayed in the marriage for 6 years. I was having babies. When I realized the abuse was coming, one day I came back from work and he was like, left a message to somebody, tell Kacha Nana Soba, Mom, and he knows I wouldn't go. I will stay, and then he will come and stir up the waters, and then there will be some slaps. So I took it very seriously.
He had made the initial move
that
when he
gets angry, it's like, and he knows I won't go. because on himself, my mom never supported the marriage, so I have him alone and him alone. That is it. But I had built a good business along the line. So I had a grounding, and financially I was supporting the
marriage,
the home. Yes, I was really financially, I was supporting the home. So I was stable. But you see, what the man is not understanding is that after I have left the marriage, he used my children against me by not allowing me to see my children, depressing my children. Or say, so what if our mother? It's an abuse on its own, because every mother will love to have
no yet ni initial move say ebeya man maybe fee.
Yes.
Catch someone be fee me here no ha.
So it's not that I stay and I'm telling women to stay in abuse. No. You live, but a lot of women are in there, they cannot live like I did because they do not have any support mechanism.
Maybe miss a question where your time this one.
Yeah.
You have said what can be brave. Say as a counselor. Na obi wa ware mu na ne kunu bono o abuse no kwan bebre so a obeka so mfimu anamo mfim onya ware na mo nyai
onja ware. That's why sometimes when I'm counseling people, I talk to the women about capacity building. Build yourself as a woman, have a grounding, so that in the event say Bibi says here, you can live and start life all over again. It's very important as a woman. Build yourself. When you can fall on, which is like a pillar for you. And yes, sir, if you continue to stay, I mean, and I may kind of say, our na bebre na yajina kasana. Nyamini, entino, our will be board, then it's just a nyamitim, or feel much, and it can be put asunder. Leave the marriage. Walk out. Wow, but working out, so no, I know they are candidate, but it is not easy for the women to work out like that because they do not have helpers. They don't have support mechanism. Into system, they put two issues in place, especially, I mean, in divorce cases, I work court more than 5 years. I didn't think a divorce court, case, either court to 5 years, or bar, the abono, edini them. Now, I didn't kunako court or Jaya warrior. Now 5 years, now. A case in the whole court.
You see, your GD say ABA, say Muntum ate for a year, 2, 3 years. Ebiana and such a biaba, such a drink such a biaba, Ebiana Nuhum be abba, Ebiana and Pifo Binima Casa, which ain't enough a man tiasse, abba, a yantiasse modon, Ebiana move to me, assign ababium, and T. Amrano, and Casacrano and Shada and support Sankamunyai, but more as a big idea, and Tebesha the Emritin team beatum. You don't think it's a good idea?
It's not safe.
It's not safe.
Because I'm in now what they are tomorrow. Because me say me ja a warrior no cry me kokot na my apartment no. Or try so beba hona kwa sa bebo abetwa sutro program no so. So I have to put a lot of network around me to prevent him from accessing me. In the interim now you say yeah train say bia anything can happen. Even now that I've started talking, threats have started coming.
Nanaya.
Why I judge better now say a booby. Ye pardon a sumakuno. Now or 5 years. What was I doing? If it's about a beer, what cop trimpler, and an erase will jano, and I say, BB, something that, and no crowd, sometimes it tends to be an abuse. But if it's something that you think is solvable, that's different. Now you be a could now get judged out to 5 years. What to 5 years say? There's a crown. We abuser. If you are a judge and somebody comes to you with a case like that, meku ma fabo me chasing ma
ojo cry lock.
Amada ye dia brown now to so fie num. Now one kasa judge we abuser. And that's it. Nothing else explains this kind of thing, Kwamina. There's help to some extent, help, but enough. It's not enough. Help in your crowd, no. There's help, but it is not enough. Doves to her. But Oko as if what was our dump to be a man who told be out to cry. Oh, that's the way cried it. And that's MBO. Or no cry. Some of them, or be a crow for Sunday, the NSA, what do you do the accord? And your case.
I was a marriage counselor, yeah, abuse. Now, do kunu as my
baby say shoot and suma na funu
me kunu ma me chop money
me
kunu nye me say no ya tu na suma na na jo
asia na kwamku what I say so there's some kind of help. But it's not enough. And the court system also drags a lot of things in this country. Apart from marriage, cry. Omo dragging yema bebre. Ewa Ghana ha emwa. Ena emani bi ho so a omo aka hu bi. Wati aware ase a wonyere. Eno aso wati aware na se. Wa ware be ma se o me pe housewife enemrem. Ene Ghana petrol tina beda be sore ne atum. Ade be chi na dollar kosoro. Na o fa ba as housewife. Eno no jawa. Ujwe wo de obedi ho nyankola no kra ukwei ukodi dan ti wonku enti watu na me menti me o menti 12 years no hu ne ma no they are there although it hurts although hu ne ba eya ehadwere na me nim say bia as you said no you at that time no whether you yes because it doesn't make sense akola we 20 there ubebo odua na ye den
nana
na wo tu papa ne dre
ya
no police pen mo
a chief inspector.
Oh, chief inspector is all new baby. And then we are.
May.
Perhaps one hour woman you too. A bit to what baby and yet would there some go out. One more woman cry, woman cat.
May and what's our wife for Frana?
What's that?
What's our wife for Frana?
Yes, I do.
What's our wife for Fro?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Debbie. Hey,
I can feel her pain. 12 years found.
Yeah.
Wow, 12 years.
Yes.
Come enough for more.
Maybe
Papa, we chief inspector Wutie na what he and kana asem ye no kore pass am pass wa jinkole ya.
Oh, beto threat.
Omo asa obi en ho so threat okolo.
Yemre na I break me nim kakra ye koyi just a small one be an advice to as a married counselor as also a victim of marital abuse near den kakra be janki to ebi.
Ni ameka ne say me tufo na me ma appeal. The system, institutions, they should come on board. To say me te heya me kind me free institution benje member mami. If it is done, it's expedited. Nende ya yebe hu say me tante Angel FM ha me ne member no. There is a reunion. I mean, people will start to have confidence in the institutions. Say it works. Just that ebiana woman kind. But some are better ha maka hey na amfa ye be say who me next 2 years na me da hu so say me ma no me hu won still. That means the people who are even being abused do not even have confidence in the system because obeka ye be boa na anka still nensanka. So I'm appealing say they can use me. Let us see say emreti awabi me ne me ma no yete ha ye ni age. There's been a reunion between enkwala ye keji wo for so many years. Say me ma wu mama and the children want to see their mother. They've been calling people penini friend my sister or Canada catch and say I want to run away but because of my twins I can't my younger sister center for anything mean to me nwane yes anka me dwane akọ baby me papa hu me wo wiase bioda. That means the children are in pain but on to me friend me or friend na papa ne hu say me number one hwe awakunu enti no of friend me nua or Canada.
Okay,
why
the institutions must hear and do something about this. Anna?
As a police, the kind of institution, maybe police are made free. Say IGP
you are calling on the
because he's a policeman. That's why I'm calling on the police to check him if it's true. Sit him down and then do the right thing because or how to only done to our first. It's so known to me. Then fear ya or moon penny for so I'm to be checking them. Say the bear obey the right thing and then. The women organizations, they all at the court.
They all
and so we are calling on the Chief Justice. Say court system when it comes to abuse. So I am running in such a way, say a better running fast to save a map. Ben may be our banner war. And yes, some men to one among near Diomachi.
Thank you very much.